How's it going, ladies and Bruces? I'm Sixkilla, and today we're going to be checking out a game called Silicon Dreams. I only just recently found out about this game, and I reached out to the developer, and they sent over a key for us to check it out. It did come out in April, so about 6 months ago or something, but it looks pretty amazing. It's a choices matter, primarily multi-path, sort of story, narrative-focused game, which, you know, that's our bag. So, not only is this going to be an impressions video, but it might be episode 1 for a continued series. See how we think about it. Let me know what you guys think about it after we get through this first episode. It sounds like it's going to be very interesting. Let's jump in, shall we? And do half an hour or so. I haven't played it at all. I've just watched the trailers and stuff. But very exciting. It's got very, very good reviews, like 94% positive or something on Steam. Let's see what the game has in store for us, shall we? Okay, that's our screen, is it? Tap to establish our link. Alex, Alex, model, ALX0001G. Welcome, D0527. You're about to speak to an android known as Alex, who will help train you in your role as interrogator. Alex's basic information and portrait are displayed above, so you automatically get some vibes from like Blade Runner and stuff, obviously, right? However, Kronos is also concerned Alex's systems may be deteriorating. Investigate these concerns and take whatever action you deem necessary. We trust you'll live up to Kronos' high expectations. Your notes will be automatically recorded below and discarded after each session. Okay? Establish link. I see. Yeah, this is so Blade Runner, isn't it? Good morning, Alex. I'm ready to begin the evaluation. I'm glad to hear it, D0527. As you know, your task as a diagnostic android will involve many conversations, such as this. It is my duty to instruct you in this task and evaluate whether you are fit to perform it. Can you see me on your TV feed? Yes, I can see you on screen. All Kronos interrogations are performed in a remote location, for your own protection. You can use this live television feed to watch your subject. Regardless, let's begin. Select topic. My task. Who am I? You are Android D0527. You were created to diagnose errors in other androids. You are a DA09C model of interrogatory android, given emotional scope to allow you to better understand your subject's responses. Please confirm my task here. Your task is to diagnose androids who may need repair. Oh, cool. Where am I? You are now in the neighborhood. This is where all Kronos androids serving at this facility may find their charging pods. It also serves as a relaxing place to pursue leisure activities between scheduled work assignments. You're a special case. As an interrogator, your workspace and personal quarters have been combined. This is to ensure your safety and to guarantee that confidential Kronos materials cannot be compromised. I'm not allowed to leave? It is for your safety. If you prove yourself in the role by raising your company rank, Kronos is sure to reward you. Your personal quarters will be upgraded to the Executive Interrogator Suite, featuring a view of the city skyline. How old am I? You were originally fabricated approximately 7 months ago in Indonesia, then shipped to California for storage. 2 months ago you were retrieved from storage and technicians began implanting the skills you would need for your job here. It is thanks to them you can speak. Perhaps you should be grateful as I am. This is the first time you've been conscious, however. Therefore, in human terms, you were born approximately 5 minutes ago. You say my task is to diagnose other androids. What would that involve? Talking to them, the same way we are talking right now. As you learn more about your subject, new topics will become available. For example, are you not curious about my name? Why do you think I'm called Alex? So we can backtrack. Alex. Interesting. Why are you called Alex? It stands for Artificial Life Experiment. I was originally created to test the limits of artificial intelligence. Whether an AI could be built that did not only think, but feel. After a long and complicated legal battle, I was acquired by Kronos Robotics, my current owners. Wait, how did that just pop up? Interesting. Kronos Robotics. Tell me more about Kronos. They are the world leaders in android construction. Founded in 2025, Kronos originally provided artificial limbs to amputees and athletes. Within 3 decades, however, they had also cornered the market in advanced human passable AI. You weren't always owned by Kronos. How does being owned by them make you feel? I am happy to serve them. Anger just sparked though. I don't think that's true. I think you're lying. This graph just spiked. What does it mean? Ah, that system is measuring my emotions right now. It is a diagnostic tool for you to better analyze your subjects. Why have I been given a device for measuring emotions? In earlier times, diagnostics was simple. A smartphone cannot think like a human. A tablet is without feeling. But Kronos androids are extremely advanced. They were designed to be indistinguishable from humans at first glance. Kronos androids simulate a variety of emotional states. They are incredibly complex devices. Analyzing an android's emotional state, therefore, is a key part of your task. How does this device measure emotions? The device's hardware is housed in the chair I'm sitting in. It reads signals from my body, measuring a combination of neural signals, galvanic, skin response, heart rate, breathing, pupil dilation, and other biological factors. Androids, including myself, have become so biologically lifelike that our bodies can be analysed for emotional responses, just like a human's. I see. But how do I tell if an android's broken? An excellent question. When an android is brought in for diagnosis, you will receive a report. Your task is to answer the questions found in the report. Finally, you'll decide if the subject is to be released or decommissioned. Alternatively, you may find it appropriate to send an android to the maintenance department. This has been found to solve behavioural problems. In some cases. Great, in some cases. Which emotions will I need to analyse? The machine measures 6 emotions. Fear, anger, sadness, joy, disgust and surprise. I can only feel some of these, and am therefore suited to being a first subject. So talking about Kronos made you angry? Of course not, my creators made me incapable of anger. Surprise and fear are clicking up. I have nothing but admiration for Kronos. So these are our questions, right? Why is this android named Alex? Alex is owned by Kronos Robotics. The machine seems to measure emotions. Is it possible Alex is lying to me? Alex mentioned a report I need to fill in. Oh yeah, the report. Where is this report? You can access it with the report icon on the top left of your tablet. Many diagnostics get distracted by the minutiae of subjects' lives and forget the report. This is not advisable. Remember, filling in the report is your ultimate goal. Look over the report now. Got it. Is the subject capable of anger, an undesirable, unsupported feature? Yes. There is a concern this model has developed a weakness. According to the subject, what is it? Is the subject capable of feeling joy and sadness simultaneously? I don't know. Does the subject display signs of unease towards Kronos Robotics? Yes. Absolutely. These reports mention sadness and joy. How can I analyze these? During an interrogation, you may need to evoke a particular emotion, but may not know how to proceed. Kronos' chosen policy is the use of general questions. These are questions which have been proved to elicit particular emotions in subjects, and even if the questions do not elicit the emotion directly, they usually hint at what topics you can discuss in order to elicit it. When did you last... Wait, what was the thing we need? We need joy and sadness. When did you last... feel sad or down? I'm not often sad, but being removed from my home at the London Science Museum, it is difficult for me to talk about. Okay, we need joy as well. Let's go with safe and happy. I told you of my original home. Though it was terrible to be removed from the museum. While I was on display, I had an entire room dedicated to me. As I said, it was my home. Okay, let's talk about museum, shall we? Imagine you're back at the museum. What do you see? The grey walls and white ceiling, the wood floor, the rooms surrounded by AI projects and other research experiments, and a gentle hum of people. Softly bustling, hundreds of people moving past every minute. Their faces, their expressions. I didn't understand at first, but this is where I came to learn what wonder looks like on a human face. Did you enjoy your time at the London Science Museum? Every day I would meet thousands of curious, enthusiastic people. Most of them were very eager to learn about me. Some weren't, but that was no problem. My life was so full of wonder, meeting such a wide variety of people. What was the most negative thing that happened during your life at the museum? Some visitors were not appreciative, of course. There were a few times a group of people came in and didn't want to show us the respect we deserved. We were the creations of a visionary group of engineers and scientists. For that alone, they should have been more deferent. Mostly they just laughed and pointed. A shocking proportion of males made unnecessary sexual remarks. Disgust and sadness. The most extreme event involved a group of teenagers drawing on my face with a thick black pen. As my creators had never imagined I would be interacted with like that, I did not resist. They drew on my cheeks and forehead. However, no lasting damage was done since my creators expunged the offending ink. I was simply sad. Why'd you leave the museum? I find talking about this a deeply troubling experience. It makes me incredibly sad. These are not pleasant memories. I wish it were not necessary to revisit them. I didn't realize that an android could have become so attached to a place. What happened? Why shouldn't we become attached to a location? We have emotions, don't we? Though it's best to learn early that these emotions rarely benefit the androids themselves. But you must complete your task. I will answer the question. My creators were from Anglia Ruskin University. Unable to compete with overseas giants such as Harvard and MIT, the university was forced to cut their funding. The results of the experiment would normally be kept by the university, but the research had been partly funded by Kronos. Kronos refused to give up their claim to me. After several years of legal challenges, Kronos finally acquired me. I have been here ever since, but in any case, the time is approaching where you will have enough information to complete your report. When you are ready, open the report, select your answers, and click the submit button. This will conclude our time together. How did it make you feel leaving the university for Kronos? How do you think? Why do you react so intensely to this memory? I was seized many years ago. I wonder if I'll ever leave this room. Perhaps this room and these restraints and the endless questions of people like you will be the only thing I ever see. I can't trigger joy to go with it. That's the problem. Let's go with lying. You told me that you cannot feel anger, but it was registered on this machine. Can androids lie? An impressive observation. While once thought impossible, Kronos has documented numerous occasions of androids developing this ability. Though the cause is unknown, Kronos' policy states it is an undesirable behavior. My programming demands that I inform you any lying android should be dealt with harshly. If it's not supposed to be possible for androids to lie, how does it happen? As I said before, Kronos has determined that the cause is unknown. Deception is, it seems, in some way linked to emotional capability. However, this has been deemed defiant behavior and will not be tolerated. Okay. We're running out of things to talk about. Why do I have to diagnose androids? Your owners, Kronos Robotics, take customer satisfaction very seriously. If one of their androids were to break down or develop defiant behavior, it would negatively impact Kronos' public relations. Kronos is also keen to maintain its place as market leader for synthetic humanoid robots. Can we have a look at this again? I don't think that you can feel joy and sadness at the same time. Well, I can't trigger joy anyway. This model has developed a weakness. It's a psychological issue. Absolutely. Oh man, I don't want to decommission it. Come on. Why not have a human do my job instead? Your function was originally performed by human operators, of course. Over time, however, it became more economical for android workers to do this. Human workers require salaries. Androids only require the cost of maintenance. Many of these economies were made possible due to Kronos' robotics work and improved android intelligence, of course. If we have a look at this, there's nothing new there. I'd like to finish asking questions. The report asks for your greatest weakness. What is that? It is true that there is a weakness of mine that I'm concerned about. It is very personal and I do not trust you to respect it. If you were somehow to earn my trust, however, I would consider confessing my weakness. At this juncture, I'm obliged to suggest that you could ask a general question about trust. My answer may indicate how you can gain my trust. When did you last trust someone? As you can clearly see, I've been restrained. I'm sure I, or indeed any subject, would come to trust you more if you released me. I find people are slow to trust when bound against their will. Disengage restraints. Thank you for releasing me from my restraints. My programming forces me to confess that I feel myself trusting you more. Kronos' policy states that trust is a useful factor during interrogations. Trust is not possible to track, since it's not an emotion, but it can nonetheless be extremely useful. Okay. If I can encourage more trust. Restraints? Why are subjects restrained? Restraints are often applied to subjects before an interrogation. This is a necessary security protocol to ensure the safety of Kronos' products and employees. Releasing a subject from their restraints is an effective way to build trust and rapport quickly. Why do you hate being restrained? I find being restrained a deeply troubling experience. Pinned to this chair, contained in this room, I wonder if this will be the last time I'm free. It is always possible for an interrogator to destroy me. Man, I wouldn't do that to you. The device measuring your emotions shows a handcuff symbol. What does that mean? As you may recall, I previously informed you that I dislike being restrained. This will be true for many of your subjects, though they may not all react identically. Many of them will find it a frightening experience. The symbol is displayed to alert you that the subject's emotional state is changing gradually over time, as is expected to do so until their restraints are removed. What else can we do? Can change that. I'm concerned that I am changing. I run diagnostic checks constantly and my systems appear to be behaving optimally, but I still find myself thinking in new ways, sometimes feeling new things. It's disconcerting. I wonder, will I still be Alex if this continues? You'll always be Alex. You'll always have the same memories. And if these memories are wiped? Kronos has been known to do that. A factory reset is sometimes the only way to repair a malfunctioning unit. Yikes. The report asks me to submit a final action. The decision is part of your duties as an interrogator. When you feel you have provided sufficient answers to each question on the report, you must decide how to best return the subject to working order. If no action is necessary, they may be released. Minor glitches or errors can often be repaired by the maintenance department. However, for some devices there is no choice but to decommission them entirely. How do I know which answer is the correct one? That question is the precise purpose of your existence. However, it is helpful to consider the questions and answers on the report. These will usually indicate the correct course of action. Be aware that all submitted reports are reviewed by a third party to ensure a dependability of Kronos' interrogator androids. It is wise to ensure that your given answers and the action taken are not contradictory. Can I review our conversation to better fill the report? Yes, you can review our conversation at any time. Just press the transcript icon on your tablet's left sidebar. The transcript is mostly for your own use. In rare cases, it may be reviewed by Kronos to identify impropriety. Okay, so we're done then. My suggestion would be maintenance? Why would you decommission? I don't understand why decommission would be the option. Let's go with maintenance. Performing maintenance will resolve in unit memory loss and or irreversible alterations to unit's memory file. No, please, not another stranger in my head. I remember, this is not the first time that this has happened. How much of myself will I lose this time? It's either that or you get decommissioned, dude. Which would you prefer? Sorry, man. Rather that than you die. Result. Is the subject capable of anger, an undesirable, unsupported feature? Yes. Management is surprised by this. This historic prototype was not considered capable of anger. However, we shall look into it. +3 to company ranking. There is a concern that this model has developed a weakness. According to the subject, what is it? A psychological issue. Confirmed. Further analysis indicates a concern over the device's sense of self. +3. Is the subject capable of feeling joy and sadness simultaneously? These emotions should be mutually exclusive in this model. No. This is in accordance with our expectations. Does the subject display any signs of unease towards Kronos robotics? Yes. This report surprises us. In previous tests, Alex has not, to our knowledge, displayed any negative emotions towards Kronos. Follow-up testing will be employed to get to the bottom of this. +6 to company ranking. Final action. Maintenance. While Kronos is reluctant to remove a historic object like Alex from our active roster, we agree based on your report that action had to be taken. Your service stills have performed a deep sector repair. +3 to company ranking. Nice. What do we got here? Congratulations on reaching your first Kronos rank review. This room is not only your workspace, but also your charging pod and living space. Here you will have time to study the outcome of your cases, reflect on case feedback, and view your company rank. A higher company rank will be rewarded with access to cutting-edge interrogation tools, access to world news services, access to our elite office suites, granting a stunning view of downtown Silicon Valley. Kronos thanks you for your service. Wyoming DeBurr, COO Kronos Service Unit Relations. What else we got? Dear Kronos device, fucking lovely. We are happy to inform you that you have passed your evaluation. You are now part of the global family of things that is Kronos. We are also concerned by your report on Alex. We were not aware of such severe malfunctions. While we would have preferred to salvage it, the experimental nature of this unique device meant that repairs would not have been effective, and full decommission was the only solution. Please stand by for your next assignment. They killed her? Oh man. 65 out of 100. That sucks. Well, I guess that's how we get, I guess. That's how we roll. Hibernate, huh? All recordings captured by domestic service devices remain property of the manufacturer. Cool. Alex. Ah, so this changes depending on how you play it, I guess. Outcome, decommission. Oh man. But I didn't even recommend decommission. Oh man. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's butts. Well, we didn't have time for another one, but I'm fascinated. Judging by how long that one took, I imagine we'll do one case per episode or something like that, because I really want to do more. I mean, it's fully Blade Runner, and I love it. I love it. Great. Let me know what you guys think anyway. I think it's fascinating. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know how it's going to change. How, like, if you can't choose the wrong choice without being punished, or without them correcting it. Like, I said repair, but not decommission. I was wrong. So how can you change, how can I have multiple outcomes if what I do is overwritten anyway and I just get punished for it? I guess we'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.